Welcome everyone to the channel. I'm Biggie Sweats, and today I'm bringing you a supreme guide to Affliction Warlock currently in Dragonflight pre-patch. Now I'm going to show you the best raiding, the best dungeon talents, and how to prepare to go into Dragonflight. So without further ado, let's get this started. Make sure you like and subscribe. Boom. Now I know I've just dropped a Warlock guide, but that covered each spec. What I'm doing here is I'm going to drop a more in-depth guide on one particular spec, and hopefully you guys find this a bit better than what I did before. I was testing two formats out, so if you guys could comment below and let me know which one you like more, whether you want one spec at a time for raiding, dungeons, and whatever else, or one big video for all three specs. That would be amazing. So today I'm going to be showing you raiding, dungeons, and everything you need to be ready to get straight into Dragonflight when it drops. So, Affliction Warlock raiding, where do I begin? Now, we're going to start with Covenant and Soulbind. The Covenant of choice for raiding is going to be Necrolord, and the Soulbind of choice is going to be Plague Deviser Merilith. Now, the Necrolord Covenant for Affliction Warlock, you basically get access to a spell called Decimating Bolt. This buffs the damage of your next 3 Shadow Bolts or Drain Soul casts. 3 buff Drain Souls is insane for single target. I don't even have to explain that to you players out there. You also get access to Fleshcraft, which is an incredible defensive and can block so much, and is just probably one of the best things for raiding, really. So the legendaries you're going to want to take for raiding as Affliction Warlock are Malefic Wrath. Malefic Rapture increases the damage of your Shadow Bolt by 35% for 10 seconds, stacking up 3 times. You're going to want to combo this with Shard of Annihilation, the Necrolord Unity legendary. Decimating Bolt also increases the critical strike chance by 100% and critical strike damage by 50% for Shadow Bolt. Now you're going to be pumping damage with these two. Malefic Wrath will be crafted on your hand. Now, next up, we're going to be talking about the talents that you're going to be taking to make you so successful in raids. I was in a raid earlier and seen a Warlock hitting for 150k a second on one of the bosses. It was wild. Now, before we go over it, the rotation goes a little bit like maintaining the output on Agony, Unstable Affliction, Corruption, cast Haunt on cooldown, cast either Phantom Singularity or Vile Taint on cooldown, maximize Malefic Rupture, damage by casting as much as possible with as many dots as possible, cast Decimating Bolt on cooldown, make sure you do not clip any of the Drain Soul casts it buffs, make sure not to cap Soul Shards by casting Malefic Rupture, and cast Drain Soul as your filler. Stat priority goes as follows: Intelligence, Haste, Mastery, Crit, Verse, in that order. Now let's jump straight in and explain some of these talents. Now let's jump into the talent tree itself, starting with the Warlock side of things. Now I'm going to go through each of these singularly. So I'm going to go into Demonic Circle, then into Demon Skin with 2 points, Fell Armor with 2 points, then into Curse of Enfeeblement with 2 points, then into Abyss Walker, then into Mortal Coil, then into Demonic Embrace, then into Demonic Inspiration, then Wrathful Minion, then Demonic Fortitude, then Sweet Souls, then into Demonic Gateway, Dark Pact, then Dark Accord, then Ichor of Devils, then Accrued Vitality, which is 2 points, then Lifeblood, which is also 2 points, then into Soul Link, then down into Grimoire of Synergy, 2 points, then into Profane Bargain, then into Soul Conduit for 2 points. Now, I haven't explained every single talent as I usually would. I'm not sure if you guys like it when I go into in-depth each time. Let me know what you think. I can definitely go back or in future videos make sure I explain each talent to you, but let's move straight on to the Affliction side of things to look at raiding. So for the beautiful Affliction side of things, look how cool that art is in the background. I can't get over these talent pages. They look so cool. We're going to start with Malefic Rupture, straight into Unstable Affliction, then into Nightfall, then into Xavian Teachings, then down into Shadow Embrace, 2 points, then into Harvester of Souls, 2 points, then into Wrath in Agony, 2 points, then into Drain Soul, one of your main abilities, then into Siphon of Life, then into Phantom Singularity, then down into Soul Tap, then into Inevitable Demise, 2 points. Then into Grimoire of Sacrifice, 1 point. Then into Pandemic Invocation, 2 points. Then Withering Bolt, Creeping Death, Haunt, Seized Vitality, 2 points. Haunted Soul, 1 point as your final talent. Now, these are what you need to make Affliction Warlock successful in raids. And done right, following Soulbinds, Covenants, Legendaries, you're going to do a fantastic job because you're going to absolutely pump. And I mean pump. Affliction Warlock is in an amazing spot right now. You'd be crazy not to even give it a go. Now, let's come down and do the Mythic Dungeon build for Affliction Warlock. Now, I think many more of you do Mythic Dungeons, so this is what you'll be searching for. We're going to start by naming and stating the Covenant, which is going to be Night Fae, and you're going to be going with a Soulbind that is Dream Weaver. You'll gain access to the Covenant ability Soul Rot, applies a short dot to your target and up to 3 nearby targets. Together with your class Legendary, gives an extra dot for Malefic Rupture to damage with, and a nice stat steroid on short cooldown. You get a signature ability Soul Shape, which basically is a blink, which is awesome at dodge and stuff when you're more of a stationary caster. Now, the legendaries you're going to be going is Wrath of Consumption along with Decaying Soul Satchel. So Wrath of Consumption, Corruption and Agony each got an application of Wrath of Consumption when a target dies, increasing all periodic damage dealt by 6% for 30 seconds, stacking up 5 times. You're going to combo this with the Night Fae Unity Legendary. Each target affected by Soul Rot increases your haste and critical strike chance by 5% for 8 seconds. They line up and sync amazingly well. Now, this is sort of what the talent tree looks like, but for Mythic Plus, we have the option to stick into more of a single target focused build for Tyrannical weeks when bosses are super hard, or opting for a more AoE damage for 4 or 5 weeks. Unfortunately, Affliction is one way or another. If you're going to build more heavily for Tyrannical, then I would say just go with the raid build that I've shown you at the start of the video. If you go more AoE for Fortified, then make sure you're using this build above me. We're going to go into it right now. Now, let's shrink myself down again. Now, the Warlock side of things doesn't really change at all, but we'll do a quick run through of the Warlock talents. Demonic Circle, Demon Skin, Fell Armor, Curse of Enfeeblement, Abyss Walker, Mortal Coil, Demonic Embrace, Demonic Inspiration, Wrathful Minion, Demonic Fortitude, Sweet Souls, Demonic Gateway, Dark Pact, Dark Accord, Ichor of the Devils, Accured Vitality, 2 points, Lifeblood, 2 points, Soul Link, Grimoire of Synergy, Profane Bargain, and finally Soul Conduit. Pretty much, I think, identical to the raid talents. Now, here is where it changes. There is definitely some difference going on over here, if you haven't noticed. We're going to start with Malefic Rapture, down into Unstable Affliction, but this time we're going right. Seed of Corruption, main bread and butter for your AoE. Then into Sow the Seeds, then into Agonizing Corruption. Then we're going to take Xavian Teachings. We're going to take Harvest of Souls, 2 points. We're going to take Wraith in Agony, 2 points. We're going to take Drain Soul. We're going to take Absolute Corruption. Then we're going to take Vile Taint. We're going to take Soul Flame, 2 points. We're going to take Withering Bolt, 2 points. Shadow, my bad. Pandemic Invocation, 2 points. Creeping Death, Haunt, 2 points into Seized Vitality. And finally, again, Haunted Soul is your final talent right here for Affliction Warlock. Now, this is your Mythic Dungeon AoE build. Feel free to use the other one if you want to go more single target, but this is going to be primarily the one you use. I hope this video has helped, and you guys have an amazing day. Make sure to check us out over on Twitch. We are live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. BST onward. I'm so excited for Dragonflight. Comment below what you think. If you have any questions, if you want to see any more, then please just let me know. Now, till next time. Peace!